So the question I've been getting is, how do you know if someone truly loves and respects you? And I'm going to answer this because, ladies, I hear you, I feel you, and I know what confusion can do to you. So let's get to it. So to start off, I'm going to say this. When a man truly loves you, he's not going to play mind games with you. He's not going to make you question where you stand in the relationship, who you are to him, and what part you play in his life. A man who truly loves you is going to care for you. He's going to want to communicate with you. He is going to want to be clear with you. He's going to want to make sure you feel safe in the relationship. He's going to want to make sure that you know how important you are to him. You get what I'm saying? Like, the man is not going to play mind games with you. You won't have to keep on wondering, where do I stand with this person? What am I to this person? Who am I to this person? Where is this going? They're going to be so clear as to where you are in the relationship, where they're hoping it will go, and they're going to communicate with absolute clarity because they know what they want and why they want it with you. The other thing is this: a man who truly loves you and respects you is not going to hurt you intentionally. As I said, none of us is perfect. We all make mistakes. We all fall short. We all have our own issues. But a man who truly loves you, of course, is going to try his best to do what is right and to do right by you. But then again, him being a human being is going to fall short at some point. He's going to make some mistakes. He's going to disappoint you. But this does not mean that he doesn't care about you. So understanding that, he's going to hurt you sometimes, but then again, it won't be intentional. He won't do it out of, I want to hurt her, I want to damage her, I want to, he'll do it, but then he'll be like, I'm sorry because I did XYZ. That was not my intention. Then it moves us to the next point. A man who truly loves you is going to be able to apologize to you when he does wrong. He's going to be accountable. He's going to take up responsibility when he does the wrong thing. He's going to want to communicate with you, apologize so that you're in good terms, and also he's going to make it clear that he's not a prideful man and he doesn't think it takes from him just because he apologizes to you. So he won't mind apologizing to you when he does wrong. He's going to be accountable because he's a responsible man. Then again, being a responsible man moves us to the next one. He's going to be a man of his word, a man who says what he means and means what he says. You see, there are people who like to do this thing called PR. Kazi yao ni propaganda. Kazi yao ni kupiga public relations na kuambia huku nje, kusafisha rada. But a lot of times they only tell you what you want to hear, not because they're going to do it, but they tell you because they want to entice you and impress you, right? And they want to just keep you there lingering and excited for nothing, like literally. So they're going to do this. They're going to tell you a lot of sweet nothings and they never follow up with action. And I say this: believe what a man shows you rather than what he tells you. It's easy to tell, it's another thing for you to believe in the actions that you're getting from this particular man. So believe in what a man is showing you, not what he's just telling you. Words can be deceiving, but actions do not lie. If you are with a man who truly loves you and cares for you, he's not going to make you insecure or jealous. You see, the problem is we have young boys who are out here trying to make their women apparently jealous by seducing other women, paying attention to other women, teasing other women. And they do this thinking that this makes their woman jealous and more will want them more, and they'll do their best to want them. I'm like, that is foolishness. According to me, that is, to each their own. But I'll say this: a man who truly loves you and respects you is not going to want to make you jealous. He's not going to even want to give you the idea that there could be another woman who has his attention. He's going to make sure that he's so clear that, you know what, this is my woman and the only woman that I want in my life. He's not going to play these mind games with you again. I was just teasing. I was just, no, 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 no. It's going to be as clear as Dave and his friends. People will know that this man loves that woman. If they can't tell, then where exactly do you stand? Then again, a man who truly loves you and respects you, he's going to lead you closer to God. Sometimes you can end up with someone who leads you into darkness, mischievousness, into the wrong things, into just bad things. It could be addiction, it could be some perverted things, it could be all the things which you consider to be bad. Someone who draws you closer to danger more than they draw you closer to where there's light. It's a whole different thing. Eh? So I'd say a man who actually truly loves you and cares for you and for your future with him, they're going to want to align. Then again, depends with who you are. If you're like me, a believer, he has to draw you closer to God because of how he moves, how he lives, how he does things. Like it has to align with the things of God, you know. It has to be of honor in the eyes of God. So he's going to either lead you, even if he wants to marry you, he's going to guide you towards the ways of God, like how to do it the kingdom way, how to do it the right way, not in a carnal, just, you know, cultural way, the way people are just doing things, you know. He's going to be very intentional with how he wants things to work because he understands the bigger picture, right? You won't be confused about this sort of a man and where he's leading you. You'll be able to trust in his leadership and where he's taking you because then again, he's also submitted to a higher being who is God, right? But a man who lacks submission is a dangerous man. The other thing is this particular man is going to be able to speak life into you. What do I mean by speaking life? This man is going to be able to call out the light in you, to call out the good in you, to encourage you, to cheer you on when you feel discouraged. It's going to be good for you, for your soul, good for your spirit as well. It's going to nourish you in different ways. And as I'm saying this, I want you to remember this: when you get such a good man, you have to be a good woman as well. Reciprocate what he's doing, the love he's giving you, how he cares for you, how he's leading you. Reciprocate it the same way, you know, so that he doesn't pour into a place where he's not being poured into as well. So reciprocate what you're getting from him. He's good to you. Be a good woman to him. He cares for you, care for him. He loves you, love him. And I'm not saying these are the conditions, but you cannot expect to have a good man who does all these things for you and you do nothing and you expect it to flourish. It's not going to. It's not going to. It can't work if it's only one person who's putting in the work. So it has to be both of you are putting in the work. Something else, a man who truly loves you and cares for you is going to want to make you better. How he found you is not how he's going to want you to live till the end. He's going to want to make you better. He'll want to know your strengths and also build up on your strengths and also help you in some areas of your weaknesses, you know, and he's going to want to mold you into becoming a better version of yourself. He'll not feel intimidated by that, but he'll feel like empowering you empowers the relationship as well. So a man that loves you is not going to want you to be on the sidelines, just looking at him and cheering him on, but he'll want to do the same for you, to, you know, strengthen you in the ways that he can, stand by you, support you in the ways that he can. Then again, do not put pressure where, you know, you need to put understanding. So a man that truly loves you, of course, is going to do that. He's going to want you to become a better version of yourself. He's going to support that. And again, it's going to support your dreams and your visions and the things you want to do, you know, because he knows a better you, a thriving you is good for him and also for the relationship than having someone who's just existing and doing nothing. That's a whole different thing, you know, but he'll be willing to help support where he can, with what he can and how he can. Then again, as we said, if you get a good man, be a good woman to him as well. Last but not least, a man who truly loves you and cares about you is going to be a place of safety and security for you. And I'm not talking about size-wise, but I'll say this. Well, size-wise is another thing, but I'll say this. He's going to feel safe when you're with him. When you're talking to him, you'll feel safe. You'll be able to be vulnerable with him. You'll be able to cry in front of him and not feel like you need to hide your imperfections. You'll be able to feel secured in his love, and you don't feel like you have to show up in a mask and not being authentic to keep him, but you being authentic is going to build up on the love that he has for you. So you'll feel safe and secure with this man. You'll be able to trust him with your thoughts, with your fears, and tell him all there is to tell. He's going to be able to have the capacity to handle it. And I'll say this, you find such a man also be a place of safety and security for him. Let him be able to come to talk to you, to speak to you, to be able to share with you, to be vulnerable with you without him having to feel like you're going to use this against him. So be a safe space for a good man when you have him, and pray for him, you know, encourage him and support him in all the ways that you can, because it's hard to come by good people in these streets. But you know what? They are still there. They are rare, but they are still there. Otherwise, I'll end this video here. I'll see you guys in the next video.